Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with a long overdue update to the Benz Patent-Motorwagen 1886. So I have had a lot of things keeping me busy the last couple of weeks, but really it comes down to this kit is a lot slower to make progress on than I was expecting. So when I did the kit overview, I pointed out how much of it was on just one parts tree, and that's true, but I didn't really take into account that that one parts tree had more parts on it than the entirety of this Tamiya MX-5 Miata. Yeah, I did not think that part through. Uh, and they're really small here, so it's a lot more delicate work, it's a lot more finicky work, and it's something that really needs to be worked on when I'm wide awake, I'm not distracted by other things. It's not a bad kit by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, take a look at it here, and you can see this is just beautifully engineered. I mean, the parts all fit together exactly as you would hope that they would. The finish on it is just about as clean as you can get. Really had to do minimal work getting that done, but it's just there's a lot of it in a very, very small space. So, taking a closer look though, and you can see just how fine the detailing is on it. Like taking a look at the mechanism on the back of the motor here, this piece right here, that's made up of three separate components, not counting the motor that it's mounted to. Uh, it's got the main shaft, a gear, and a retainer, and they're all put together through these holes in the motor itself. So just real slick work there. Um, on the other side of that, there's a few assemblies that I wish had been done a little bit different, just because the way that the paint had to be done on them makes it so that you have to keep going back and masking off different parts, uh, like the engine mount right there. That's supposed to be red, but it's cast as part of that cross member there. So that's got to be masked off and painted separate. Whereas if it was part of the engine or separate, could have done it all in that same color. And same thing down here, this wood grain piece, that's cast as part of this whole cross member here instead of being a separate piece. So a little slow going when having to kind of go back and forth. But on the other end, that footrest there, that's two separate pieces and probably could have been cast as one and looked just as nice. But really, I can't complain about the quality. I may have done some things different, but the engineering on it is really well done, even if a little over engineered, really well done. And kind of speaking of that, I wanted to take a closer look at this. The jig for making the wheels. Did a quick show off in the kit review. Got our tire here, and this is cut from the tree that had two others. And you can see it's got the four mounting pins around the edge. So what you do is you lock that in there, and then you take the photo etch spider here, and you set that down in the middle. Just kind of get it closely located. You don't need to be too exact yet, because then the next part is they give you this guy, and what you do is you take this and you drop it over the center, and that gives you the angle of how your spokes are supposed to go. And I like to use one of these to hold everything together while I'm working, because once that's on there, and nothing's going to fall apart. But you take a look here, and you can see there's actual little indents for each spoke to sit in. And so you can just line them up like this, and make sure that they're all in the right place. And a dot of super glue at the end of each spoke will tack everything together. Once you've done that, you get one of these, and looks good, holds together nicely, and you can actually trim it out without doing much damage to it because nice soft plastic to work with. And we paint them up, put a couple of them together, and you get one of these. And again, just beautiful work from ICM. I mean, these look as good as they should. There is a little bit of a gap here where the two halves come together, so that will need to be filled in and sanded off, but you can see it's pretty negligible. Really just nice work again. So there we are. The progress where I am now, again, not quite as far as I was hoping to be, but still very happy with the quality of the kit. So my next steps on it are going to be to get the rest of the engine finished up, including the drivetrain. Got to get the seat installed, got to get the wheels finished and installed. So I have a fair bit to go, but most of the most delicate part, especially getting the frame initially assembled and the beginnings of the motor there together, that's done. And I will have another update on this next week, so check back then, and thanks for watching.